From 22 plus feet away, Iran was the better team. 4 of 7 in the first. 4 of 7, while Argentina did not make a shot from long distance. However, Argentina on the boards, 9-5, did not turn it over, and Manu Ginobili off to a great start with 10. They lead 19-14 after 1.
Interesting that one of the things that Iran has done, not great, not poorly, but have shot 37% as a team from three-point to this point in the tournament after 3 games. Come out shooting the ball well from 3 in the first quarter against Argentina.
Carlos Delfino is in the ball game, and maybe we're seeing some of that bench that Argentina needs to use to save the energy of people like Luis Scola, who made that shot a runner going right to left.
Well, if you're just getting Delfino in the game, he's one of the 6 players that we talked about. That's 6 deep. Delfino's the 6th man. He's their 6th player, and that's how deep they've gone in this tournament.
Well, Gonzalez is in now. Roman Javier Gonzalez, who is a big man who can help on the boards. So they've gotten 7 involved. And I'm sure their coach, Sergio Hernandez, has the same thought that you do, that we've got to rest these guys down the middle round coming up. Off the interception and a block there by Delfino. He stepped in and he's called for a foul.
Delfino has that look like all players have after they make contact.
It wasn't me.
No, you're thinking of someone else, Mr. Referee.
Argentina, the FIBA Americas runner-up to the USA, went 6-1 there, but the USA was ripping through that tournament, averaged 117 points a game. And these two could conceivably end up playing again for a gold medal. Donnie got away with a travel, no call, and then he had his shot blocked. Luis Scola running the floor up the left wing, lays it up, and then a nice feed by Ginobili.
Ginobili's so good at just bouncing that ball. It's a terrific bounce pass. Took just enough off it, drop it to his teammate right on time for the layup.
Ginobili, a little bit of everything already. 10 points, 2 assists, and a steal. Backdoor cut, and a whistle there. As the foul on Pablo Prigioni.
Again, there's the bounce pass, the no-look bounce pass. Scola right on time. Just run the floor. That's why big players run the floor. When you reward them with that pass, they're going to keep running. And when you make a pass like Ginobili just made, it encourages big players to run even more. Quickest way to make a big player stop running the floor, don't throw him the ball.
Nocioni has gone to the bench. He joins Ginobili there. Carlos Delfino's in the ball game. 4-year NBA veteran. 25 years old. Last with the Toronto Raptors. And in the corner, another 3. So Iran staying alive. Hamed Afag has scored, and they've got 5 3-pointers, 5 of 9. Afag perfect 3 for 3 for 9. But once again, Scola gets open down low as they shred the Iran defense. Ehedadi, double team, stolen by Delfino.
That's where Ehedadi's going to have to get better. How many times have we seen him catch the ball in the post, put his head down to put the ball on the floor? And I think other teams have seen that. They've recognized that here's a guy who wants to go to the dribble, wants to back you down. But one of the mistakes he always makes when he puts that ball on the floor is he puts his head down and doesn't see those defenders coming from the weak side.
Well, one thing about this Iran team, at least the players we have seen in games, they're not a big club. So I really think a lot of Ehedadi's, some of his issues are the fact that he is the one big man that's got to be counted on for so much on the interior.
Well, I'm curious today, after playing a full quarter, a quarter and a half straight the last time he played, I'm curious to see what Rajko Toraman does with him today to work on his conditioning. But he's gotten some sniffs in the NBA. I mean, there's obviously some articles that have been written that there's some interest on the part of Memphis in signing him to a contract, and there's genuine interest in the NBA in a player like him who has a skill set, who has good hands, who's shown an ability to score and make plays in and around the basket. But I don't know if he knows how much work he has to do, not just to get to the NBA, but to be an everyday player in the NBA.
Ehedadi down low, the powerful slam. 25-19. That's his first basket of the game. You can hear the communication by Iran on defense, but Argentina's been moving the ball well. Delfino deep in the corner, off the back rim. Scola rebounds. Back to the basket. Kick back outside. And they'll re-enter the cutter. Delfino, great pass to Gonzalez. Step up, a little hook, and that's blocked by Ehdadi.
That time Ehdadi playing center field, if you will, just hanging out in the middle of the lane in a pick and roll situation. Argentina tries to switch the screen. Ehdadi with the size advantage. Nice catch, nice finish.
Ehdadi's got good hands. He seems to certainly be able to catch and do something with the ball. His strength factor, that's the key.
Strength and conditioning, something he's struggled with.
He cuts down side, nice pass, gets it back. That was well done.
Yes, it was. There's no question that pass, that touch pass back, not a pass that every big man can make.
Kamrani together with an Ehdadi, and now a steal. Kamrani in to lay it up, and it's goaltending. So Iran continues to push. They're within 2. There's timeout on the floor in Beijing.
Rompemos una regla acá con el push y acá le damos la... O el grande se queda con vos o tira uno contra cero. Acá jugás. Ahí, mientras él juega ahí. Para tener...
NBC's coverage of the Olympics in Beijing and the basketball tournament preliminary round still being played. Argentina and Iran with 2 games remaining in the preliminary round. Argentina will be moving on to the medal round. Iran will not, but they are getting some valuable experience here, and they're playing Argentina to a standstill with 6:15 to go in the second.
Well, this is not what the doctor ordered if you're Argentina. You did not want this to become a basketball game to the point where you would have to leave the 6 players who have played the lion's share of the minutes to this point for Argentina. To have those 6 players play big minutes against a team that you're clearly supposed to beat.
A foul there by Prigioni to break up a potential fast break, and Iran trailing by just 2. Iran, a team of 20-year-olds. The most international experience anybody has had is Mahdi Kamrani, and he has played in 45 games, but overall, compared to Argentina, a much different group of international experienced players.
Delfino arguing that he didn't tip that ball. Looked like Ehdadi came over his back and knocked it out of bounds. But this can happen. A call or 2 doesn't go your way. You see a little bit of frustration right now from Argentina. Fully expecting to be up more than they are. Only up 2 here with under 6 minutes to go in the second.
Turnover by Iran. That's their 6th. And the pull-up jumper no good, but the rebound by Scola. Paulo Quinteras is in the game for Argentina. He wears number 11. Quinteras is 6'1" guard. Played professionally in Spain this past winter. Argentina by 4. Loose ball. Ehdadi catches. Spins inside. Oh, he banked it in.
He banked it in with his right hand. Left-handed player Ehdadi with the step-through right-hand bank shot.
Ehdadi is 23 years old. He stands 7'2". Prigioni with a 3. 30-25 Argentina. Ehdadi's young enough that at 23, if his work ethic is where it should be, he's got a chance.
There's that saying among some international players who've seen the NBA. That's another three-point shot knocked down by Iran.
Ahmed Afag. He's 4 for 4. He's got 11 to lead the way.
There's that saying among players who see the NBA on TV and think that they're ready to play in the NBA, that they don't know they don't know. And they won't know until they get on a team and they find out just exactly what it takes day in, day out to play at that high level for an 82-game regular season.
Well, you have to have athleticism. There's no question, but you got to have court sense. Gonzalez on a great feed by Delfino. Banks it up in it, so the left-hander's got his first basket. 32-27. Many of the things that you think you can do when you get on the NBA level, because of the great athleticism of just about every player, you can't do it.
No, it's amazing. What you see on television and what you see on the floor are two entirely different things. And Haddadi's got his work cut out for him. Again, he goes to his knees. Conditioning a huge factor for this young man right now. And think about this, though. At 7'2", and he's not 7'2", but in the NBA, 7'2" or taller, there have only been 4 players in the history of the game that have averaged more than 30 minutes a game at that size. So that's a lot to ask. You talk about players getting up and down the floor and being in condition. In the history of the game, there have only been 4 players 7'2" or taller that have averaged more than 30 minutes a game. Yao Ming is one of them.
Prigioni now picking up the slack in the backcourt with Ginobili on the bench. Prigioni's hit a couple of baskets. He now has 8. 3 for 3 and 2 for 2 from the line. Ball deflected loose. It ends up in the hands of Ahmed Afag. He's having his best game of the games. He's got 11.
And Delfino got the assist. The deflected pass that went right to Afag.
14 for Afag.
Johnny on the spot, knocking down another three-point shot.
Well, Ginobili's been on the bench for a while. Now he's back in the near corner. Delfino kick out. Prigioni one more time. That one's short. Tipped out long. Ginobili comes up with it. Good ball movement by Argentina and the great change of direction by Ginobili. Prigioni short again. He misses 2 in a row.
And a heads up that time by Prigioni on the run out. He took the 3 and missed it. And on the contest, defender contested and ran out. Nice job by Prigioni to take the shot, land, and get back and come up with the steal.
Manu Ginobili was part of the NBA's all-rookie second team when he burst on the scene. Been part of 3 championships. He and Fabricio Alberto in Argentina leading 35-30 with timeout on the floor.
Lo gana el equipo que maneja el ritmo dentro de la cancha.
Consistent shooting by Argentina throughout. They were 7 of 13 in the first. They've gone 7 of 14 in the second, so 52% overall. Meanwhile, from 3-point range, Iran has been on fire. 6 of 12, 50%. Manu Ginobili leading the way for Argentina. Ginobili has 10. Luis Scola has 10, and 8 coming from Prigioni. They've done most of the scoring. Delfino now joins the party.
And to that point, I know head coach Sergio Hernandez for Argentina would like to see his second team come in and get a little cushion here. Right now, Iran playing them to a standstill here in the second quarter.
Haddadi rebound and up in traffic. He's fouled.
Now, Ehehdadi has gone to the bench on a couple of occasions here. Either has a cut on his hand or something loose on his hand. You see him looking at his right hand again. He's got tape on that hand. Either it's bleeding, he's trying to stop some bleeding, or something's not right, but he's taken a couple of bandages off and thrown them to the sideline. Hard to get something to stick on the palm of your hand, whether it's a Band-Aid or a wrap or anything. When you're playing a basketball game, you're sweating just a little bit. And certainly on your hands. Hard to get something to stick to cover any injury or any cut he may have on his right hand.
Oshin Shahakian, you just saw him there, number 12 for Iran, returns to the game. Shahakian with just 2 points in 12 minutes previously. Prigioni finds Alberto on the baseline, and Ehehdadi goaltended it. 40-31, Argentina's biggest advantage. Fabricio Alberto, the teammate of Ginobili in San Antonio.
There's something Ehehdadi will have to smell out. Coming out of timeout, they set him up, set a screen outside the lane. Bring Alberto across the lane below the basket.
Ehehdadi on the low post, left of the basket, spins to his left hand, puts it up. Alberto did a nice job of cutting him off and forcing a poor shot. Minute and a half to go here in the second. Prigioni and Argentina with a 9-point advantage.
Very nearly a backcourt violation. Nice stop by Ginobili not to step on the line.
Ginobili attacking Ehehdadi, but it goes in and out.
And that's the part of the team game that Iran doesn't quite get. Ehehdadi comes to help on the Ginobili drive, and no one puts a body on Alberto. He secures the offensive rebound. Now Argentina with an additional possession.
Prigioni retreats. They have 6 to shoot. Now he drives inside. Last second thought he banks it up, but it's no good. Nobody scored in the last minute and a half here as Argentina leads 40-31. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, rims in and out, and the long rebound to Prigioni. Ginobili right to the basket, hit hard, and he is fouled by Ehehdadi.
And there's another lesson for Ehehdadi. Ehehdadi rotating from the weak side, thinking he's got his steps down, thinking he's got Ginobili timed just right to block the shot. And on Ginobili's last step, drives his shoulder into Ehehdadi, draws the contact. Another one to put in your notebook, Mr. Ehehdadi. Just the little things in and around the basket that good players do, like what Ginobili just did to him. You think you're in the right spot, and great players find a way to make you look bad and put themselves on the free throw line.
Iran was within 2 at 27-25 5 minutes ago. Now they trail by 11 with timeout on the floor. 42-31, Argentina late in the first half. Inside the Argentine huddle, they lead 42-31. They've outscored Iran 15-6 in the last 5 minutes here in the first half. Mike Crispino and Bob Salmi in our New York studios at 30 Rock for the Beijing Games in 2008. Argentina, the defending gold medal champs. They've lost a game in this preliminary round, and that was a bit of a surprise. Lithuania upsetting them on the first day of play. Since then, they've been sharper, and they lead here by 11.
Got a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
from the corner, front rim. And the ball is contested. Iran has it. 2 seconds. Got to get it off. And they do. A Fogg hits to wrap up the first half, and he is happy. Fortuitously, it bounced into his hands.
A great half for a Fogg. Johnny on the spot, comes up with the loose ball, hits a tough runner.
A Fogg with 16 of his team's 33. Nearly half of his production for Ahmed Fogg, but it's Argentina by 9 at the break, 42-33.